Hey YouTube, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And as always, make sure you guys hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. So, as always, let's jump right into it. So, as you guys know, I'm a day trader. I invest in the stock market, things like that. And I want to talk about these NFTs, non-fungible tokens, with the digital art that we're seeing all over the place, and almost feels like it popped out of nowhere. I actually saw this stuff a couple weeks ago. I was reading an article about NBA Top Shot that Mark Cuban was saying how legit the thing was and all that. So I kind of started to dive in and do some research and kind of look at what's going on with all this. And I'm not going to lie, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I don't want to be the boo-hoo guy, but be very careful with NFT digital art. I think there's only going to be a select amount of people who are actually going to make money on this. And I think it's the artist that makes the art. I think in the music industry, it'll be the singers, the song, people like famous bands, right? They're going to have the ability to make a ton of money, I think. You also have people like actors that'll probably be able to make money. Corporations, you've already seen Taco Bell come out with their digital NFTs and selling literally a picture of a taco for $700. But I'm going to go over a couple of websites where you could kind of look at these and look at the prices that people are trying to buy these things for. I think the problem with these NFTs is you, the buyer of them, is going to be left with the bag holding a worthless asset. Okay. They are going up in value way too quick. Too much. It's not something that's sustainable. People just sold a piece of art for $66 billion, right? Or sorry, $1 million or $69 million. Okay. For a digital copy of something that you still don't own the actual artwork that you can actually touch and feel. So, be very careful with this, but let's kind of look, and this is what I'm talking about where I think it's a complete bubble, right? Okay, so anybody could go online. You could go probably to Fiverr.com, have somebody make one of these pictures for you for $5, okay, 10, 20, 30 bucks a picture, and then say, hey, I want to make a smart contract and go put it up on, this is Nifty Gateway.com, okay, and essentially say, hey, I want to take my artwork and go try and sell it for 10 ether, which would be what, $20,000 or something, right? And you're not actually buying the right to the picture, you're just buying the right to the picture online. Okay, so you're not going to receive a real picture that you could go and hang. And that's one of the problems that I have with it. Now, the one thing that I am seeing and that's happening is a lot of people are attaching like Steve Aoki's partnering up with the creator of the digital art, right? But it's not like Steve Aoki is really doing anything. He's not the guy who did it. He's just attaching his name to it. Kind of like, let's look at this. Classic Open Editions by Chad Knight. Who's Chad Knight? Unless you're in the art world, okay, you're really not going to know who this person is. They give a little description of who he is, what he does, right? And look at the prices, right? He's selling this piece of artwork for $1,500. He's already, let's see what it is, right? It's an elephant guy holding a couple things. Okay, cool. For some people, it likes it. So it looks like 141 people actually purchased this, okay? If $1,500 per person, That is a ton of money, right? Per edition. And how much work did the guy do? Now, can you go take this same artwork, okay, and maybe it's number one of 141? Yeah, it might be worth something, but at the end of the day, is it really worth $1,500? I think everybody in the world's starting to see what this is and just start to create all their own digital art, and it's going to flood the market. It takes away, I think, from a lot of what actually is going on. What's going on? So I think there's a lot of stuff to be really careful with. Now, a couple other websites. There's OpenSea.io, right? And look at all the different things. There's Olive Allen. Never heard of them. Emily Lazar. Everybody's starting to do the whole thing. And one of the problems that I have is one of my friends actually took a picture of his dog, okay, and literally uploaded this and did this whole thing within a couple minutes, created an account, took the picture, uploaded, and is now able to put it on the blockchain, and he's trying to sell it. He said what he saw was within minutes, there were so many people uploading, it just went all the way to the bottom of the line. I talked to him about 4 or 5 days after. He actually uploaded his picture of a dog, and he said he had 2 views, and both of the views were of him. I think most people are going to lose money on this, okay? I think if everybody in the world could do it, then what's the big deal of it? Now, with that being said, I do like the NFT with what's going on. I think there's a lot of money to be made. And especially, I think one of the biggest things is if you're a singer, right? Give you an example. I live here in Las Vegas. 3 Lau, he's a DJ. And he actually sold a bunch of digital albums a couple of weeks ago and made like $11 million. So you could go see his video, which I would actually really recommend, over on the Iced Coffee Show with Graham Stephan. I watch it every week. Great show. You learn so much, but he's already famous. The rich are going to keep getting richer, right? That's what this whole thing's designed. But can you buy? I think the highest bidder was like $4 million for the number 1 copy. Okay. Now, one thing that I did like was when he added, hey, you could come to any of my shows. I'll give you VIP backstage access, all that. Okay. So really worth $4 million? No, it's not. But with that being said, we saw a couple of years ago with the Wu-Tang Clan where they actually talked about where they sold a album that was never released to Martin Scorsese, and then he finally got in trouble, the biotech guy, right? But they sold it for like $1 million, which was only 1 copy, nothing else, right? There was nothing else with that album. And it was kind of interesting that, okay, hey, there's something there. Now we're just attaching a token to it and we're just giving it to you in a digital format. That's something totally different than a box set that we could touch and feel and go play on a record player, right? Here, you're just having an MP3 file and you really don't have the rights to go take that music. So the guy who spent $4 million with 3 Lau doesn't have the rights to go post that song other places and create revenue income from it because he doesn't own the copyright of the song. He just owns the rights on the blockchain of a digital copy. That's where I think the real problem is. So I think sport athletes, right? So look at this. Rob Gronkowski, one of my favorite football players, right? He actually just has a auction going on. Okay, so the auction's open. There's an hour left. Okay, and what he's doing is he's selling 87. So he's selling a 1 of 1, and then he's selling 4 cards with 87 in each one, right? So let's go look at the auction. Okay, and real quick, this is all you get. You get this NFT is limited to 87 editions, right? Just 87 separate cards. Digital hand signed by Rob. So Rob just kind of has his own little signature. They just imprint digitally over. And then they're sequenced ordered, right? So let's take a look at the auction, right? And let's see how much these things are going for. And I mean, the guy's probably going to make $1 million because he's got 87 cards times four, right? So that's what, 9, 18, 27, 36, about 350 cards plus a 1 of 1. Well, the 1 of 1 card is going currently with an hour left for $18,000 or 9 Ethereums. And this is all you get. You just get a digital file of this that goes onto the blockchain. And that's all it really is. So one of the major problems that we have is, okay, it's cool, but is it really that cool? Okay, when we start to look at what these things are. And when we kind of scroll down, okay, and you start to look at all the different cards, well, some are going for 44, 0.44 Ethereum. It's $800, right? I mean, even if he sells for on average $1,000 per card, how much work did the guy really do? This is all you get, a digital copy of this. Who cares at the end of the day, right? And I think, again, the people who are going to make money are people like Gronk, people like 3Loud, and people like Beeple, the artist who's already famous, right? Because he has a big following. If I'm an artist and I go try and do this, how much am I really going to make? I don't have a following, so nobody knows who I am. Now, if I sat there and I was good friends with, we'll say, Tom Brady, okay, and I call up Tom, hey, attach your name to my picture, and we'll just say Tom Brady with Jason Ramos on, we're releasing a digital picture. Okay, I guarantee you he shoots it out to all his fans, his Instagram, Twitter followers. Dude, we're going to probably make $1 million, couple $1 million, because it might be 1 of 1 and that's all we're ever doing is 1. But the person buying it, I don't think is going to ever get that money back, especially when this whole thing collapses. Now, just a disclaimer, this thing could go on for a long time. But when you start to see how much money and how many people are doing all this stuff right now, look at NBA Top Shots, okay? There are people, this is 30 of 250. So there's 250 of Tyler Hero actually doing a shot, okay? It's like, okay, who cares? I could YouTube this, and this is all it is. And I think it's kind of like big deal at the end of the day. So I think my whole purpose for this video is, if you're going to invest in these, be the artist, be the person who's actually selling it, but you got to be famous. If you're not, I think be really, really careful. I think a lot of people are going to buy them, and then they're going to flood the second or the third party marketplaces with trying to sell everything. And there's really not going to be buyers there, okay? That's my opinion, because there's only so much money that people have. And if crypto does start to fall, right, if crypto pulls back, all the values of all these things are going to go straight down the tube. So be really, really careful with that. But I do believe, I'm going to finish off here, I do believe there is somewhere in the future marketplace for NFTs. I believe there are things that's going to be really, really good for. I just don't think it's right here, right now. So as always, thank you for watching my videos, and I appreciate all the comments. If you guys have any comments about what your thoughts are on these, are we in the bubble? Are we not in the bubble? Leave them down below in the comment section. And until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.